We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Cleveland Browns.
Let's go, baby.
Come on, set. 90, wolf. Look at me. Go.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's a 2nd and 7. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So that'll back him up 5.
All day, baby, all day.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Rock it. Shoot.
They'll run with Pollard. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here we go. 10-2, sir.
Okay, just like that.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald going up top. And got his man complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. Get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play there, second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
Ready up.
Check, 59.
Go.
Check three.
Now here's Pollard, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
Makes the score Cowboys 7, Browns nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch
Pistol.
Slam. slam. Check nickel.
Hey, alert 33.
A toss play to Chubb. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
3rd down and 12.
Check.
220.
I'm on. Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Three down. Shoot.
Kings. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
Oh, certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position. A couple of first downs in order to give some room for their punter and maybe flip the field position for their defense.
Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
To throw on second down, McDonald. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
Watch the slip. Watch the slip.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike, 53. Mike.
Now.
Watch the pass. Here we go.
Shit.
To throw on third down, McDonald looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play here for the Cowboys. 52 yards.
And a Cowboy first down.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. McDonald. Now they go screen. It's complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. Cooper was the intended target. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
A run with Chubb on first down, not going to be a good one. He won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
We own them. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Run. Watch twist.
I got
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Mike.
180.
Watch the curl.
Stop.
Mayfield looks to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Set. 180.
I got you, boy.
Check the. Real.
Check 13. 6 guys.
Hey, alert.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Cowboys' 44-yard line.
Check. 180.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Regular.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Set. 20.
Check 41. Get ready. Switch.
Point it right.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Great job.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. Who that? Who that?
Second down and goal. Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
At the 30-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check 59.
Second and 9 now. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
3rd down and 12.
180. 54 Mike. Here we go, D.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McDonald looking deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. McDonald. He has it. What a catch. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. The kick by Marr is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And again, it's Chubb. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
51. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 34-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
From the gun, McDonald. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 14-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check. Crouch. Check your hot read. Kill. King. Joker. Check 15.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
80 weapon.
Check.
On 1st and 10, McDonald flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Set, 8, read. 2.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustmts. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 7.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Strong right. Out. 3 down. Out.
Run.
Turn it. Keep it.
From the gun, Mayfield. He can run for it. Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Cowboys have recovered.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit and, in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Following the fumble recovery, McDonald. Incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Leo!
A give, Eckler running to the right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Throwing on 1st down. McDonald going for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Bucky Hodges, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Mayfield. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. A gain of 28 yards there, and give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 47.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 47. Throwing, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Jalen Smith with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
Mike. 26 Mike. Watch.
On fourth down, they snap it to Mayfield. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jalen Smith and Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
They'll run on first down. Pollard slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They're not ready for go.
Going to run again here with Pollard. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, McDonald. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
25, check 25, check 25.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Mayfield down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down. Mayfield now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Let's go. 30 base.
On first down, Pollard. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, Eckler. The 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Austin Eckler, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end to Njoku. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go. Begin.
Regular. General West.
Here's Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 44. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
53, Mike.
Rock it. Hit it.
They'll run here with Eckler. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
Set up. 8, read.
In the face.
Ready, ready!
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down.
Keep it up, guys.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Cowboys, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.